Welcome to the podcast.
I really liked that intro.
Can you hear yourself?
I can't. No,
I can't either. Maybe that's just not a thing.
Although, to be fair, for everyone that's watching, we can hear each other physically. We are right next to each other.
Correct.
There isn't a wall between us.
Yeah, we're speaking in weird terms right now, talking about the earpiece we have going.
Yeah.
We're not a headphones podcast co-host action.
No, and I think it's because mostly you have to anchor in an hour from now on Fox 10. You can't be having the headphone heads, right? Like, you can't do that with
hair,
the bar open. It's like wearing a helmet on your way to work.
A little bit. I just find it more distracting than anything. Oh, are you going to help us, Isabel? Yeah. Thank you so much.
So no one could hear us that whole time?
No, they could.
Oh, okay.
We just couldn't hear us.
Got it.
In the earpiece.
We're still learning.
Oh my God.
This is, I think, maybe the 20th edition of Fox 10 Talks, Tuesday at 3 p.m.
One day we will figure it all out.
We still need Isabella to come over to push the buttons.
You know what?
for us.
I am a control freak.
Oh.
So somebody's got to teach me how to use this, and then I'm all over it.
I'm giving it to you.
I want to know.
I love the idea that for weeks now you have seen this thing sitting in front of me.
I really haven't noticed.
It has caused you stress, saying, "Why is he not pushing those?"
You know what else about me? ADD is a real thing in my life. I'm just going to tell everyone.
Yeah.
And I just noticed we have nothing Christmassy. You're wearing a Christmas shirt.
Thank you for
noticing. A little bit.
Thank
Squirrel.
you for noticing. There was a lot going on there. The transition from the ADD, which was very ADD-esque.
I'm just being honest. I'm going to get fired for being on this podcast. That's what's going to happen.
Well, there's something to that.
Too honest.
But yeah, there's no guardrails here.
I know, Dave.
So I wanted to talk about my Christmas shirt here because it's not. It's just a red and blue shirt.
I like it though. It's festive.
Finding ways to be festive on television this time of year as a reporter is very challenging because I don't know what my story is going to be every day. I might be going into a really serious, awful situation. If I've got a little Christmas tree tie on,
you can't
and people are crying around me over a horrible situation, you can't do that, right?
No.
But at the same time, you come onto this podcast and we aren't in a Christmassy state of mind. That's also so finding little shirts like this.
I like it.
It's a challenge.
It is a good choice.
Yeah. I stare at my wall of 6 shirts every morning and really debate which one of the 6 to go through.
I know. It's like my husband with the ties.
Does he have a lot of ties?
Like, well, thanks to me.
Really?
I'm like, we need to jazz this up a little.
You
can't wear the same tie.
Ties are so expensive.
They are. Thank you for saying that.
When did this happen? Ties used to be. When I was in college, when I was learning how to be a reporter, I needed a wardrobe, so I bought all these ties. Those are still the ties I use today because they're like $50 a pop.
They are $50 a pop.
And
that's right.
This is a tie podcast at this point, and we're here to talk about menswear.
These are the things you really care about, are they not?
What I like is before this podcast started, we just started chit chatting about life, and really the podcast started, and we just kept going.
Exactly, which is when I feel like it's the best. It's just organic and authentic.
It's wonderful.
Isn't that what a podcast should be?
Well, and that's why we're the #1 podcast in America.
I know.
As I say, every Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
We beat Joe Rogan. This is #1.
You know what I'm curious about?
Yeah.
How many people just listen to a podcast
us?
like this? Oh, well, maybe not just... I say this because I recently got into a podcast that I'm really enjoying. And at first I found
Do you want to give them a shout out? Do they deserve a shout out?
Should I? I mean, Dax Shepard's podcast.
Okay.
You probably heard it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Armchair Expert. They should. Am I allowed to even talk about who knows? It's a great...
Is that HR's here?
It's a great podcast. I'm loving it. But I found out about them originally only on the podcast app. And now I've started watching.
Yeah.
Because it's on YouTube as well.
Can you?
And it's a different experience.
Is it only live, or can you rewatch it at different times?
You can rewatch it, at different times. I'm liking the YouTube because there's no ads.
Yeah. That being said, this segment's brought to you by Utz Chips. Buy some Utz.
No, but I mean, it's a different experience when you're just listening versus a medium where you're watching.
I think you're right about that. I love podcasts. I've listened to podcasts for years, but it is very much a driving experience for me.
Yes, totally.
Or mowing the lawn or doing the dish. Even doing the dishes, I'm going to have the phone up and I'm watching something.
Yeah.
So podcasts are exclusively when I cannot see something.
Got it.
And if I can see something, I'm probably watching reruns of Star Trek. So
Are you really?
yeah, it's a real problem.
Are you my dad?
I might be. No, it's a real. I blame my brother for this. He got me into this about 5 years ago, and it's the obsession's taken over. I don't know what's going on.
I would not have guessed that. Not that. No shade.
I appreciate that.
No shade.
I appreciate that. There's a little bit of shade there if you're a Star Trek guy.
None.
So the fact that you didn't think I was one.
I feel like I'm a good judge. I can size people up pretty quick.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I did not guess that.
Story I did yesterday.
Okay.
Because this was awesome. One Camelback is this building at Camelback in Central.
Yes.
This thing has been controversy after controversy for how long it's taken to get going.
It's just been sitting.
It used to be the plainest looking office building you've ever seen, like just a ton of concrete. Mm-hmm. They've completely redone it with the glass walls to turn it into 163 apartments. Look at this. This is stunning on the inside here.
Yeah.
This was actually done by a previous developer, put tens of millions of dollars into buying this building and turning into this. He ran out of money in 2023. This thing's been owned by the bank, vacant for 2 years. Finally, a local guy, he purchased it last week, and he's going to do it right now, he says. He's putting in his own money to make this happen. So this building, One Camelback, is finally going to reopen. He says he believes next year.
Question. So for 2 years, it's just been sitting.
Yeah.
So nobody's been going in or out. So when you first walk into the building after it's been sitting for that long, what is that like?
Well, it is fascinating because there was a ton of construction and then no construction. Now it's just getting started again. I will say this, the bank has been taking care of the building because they wanted to sell it.
Okay.
So there's been security around the building.
Okay.
There's a pool on the top floor.
Yes, which you showed in the piece.
They've had a pool guy coming and cleaning that pool.
How interesting.
For no one to use.
So there's people going in and out, but nobody's living there. No work's getting done except for the pool guy and the maintenance.
And now they're finally getting started again. TK Stratton, really enjoyed getting to know him, talk to him. He's got a real vision for this project. These views, and he says you can't beat them. I agree with him because of the location of this building. There's nothing blocking your view.
Right.
There's no skyscraper around it, but the location's great. There's so much to walk to, and you get to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Yeah. Wow.
So next year they hope to start doing the leases on that one.
Very
so
cool.
It's just great visuals to be able to see that.
I'm glad it's just getting up and running and not just sitting anymore.
Yes. Finally, let's get this thing going.
It's a movement.
We'll be right back in a minute with we got another guest, more things to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll go off the rails again.
Oh, wait, you guys.
Welcome back. Thanks for being here on the podcast.
With Steve and Christina. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I liked that with Steve and Christina. I'm surprised you said that instead of with Christina and Steve, since you were the one who said it.
I'm not egotistical, Steve. I like to put other people first.
You just proved that. I probably would have said Steve and Christina. So
wow, says a lot about you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm debating on that one. What how I need to sleep well tonight.
No,
it's a tough one.
The holiday season is here, and people are out at the malls. Have you been to the mall lately?
No.
Oh my gosh, don't go.
What mall do you go to?
I was just at Fashion Square, lovely mall. I'm not saying that there's nothing bad about the mall itself.
No,
but the parking situation,
class.
The people, it's just there.
A lot of people.
I didn't think about that. I don't know why. I was going for something I needed, not for a gift, and so this is the wrong time for that. I mean, you should plan ahead. If you need something, get it before the holiday season. But that brings us to our next guest. Okay, so Kara Maynes joins us now. She's with Valley Hospital, an outpatient therapist, and we are here to talk about holiday shopping because there's a lot of impulse buying out there. It's easy to do.
You just admitted that you get very distracted very easily. Is that
100%.
something? Do you deal with impulse buying?
I am guilty of that.
Sure.
Kara, have you? I know you're a therapist, but are you guilty of this as
I
well?
think we all do at some point or another.
Yeah, it's hard, right? I mean, what is it about the holidays? People just get so stressed. That's what it is, right?
I mean, I would say increased stress, increased pressure. You know, we want to make other people happy and experience joy with them. And that leads to a lot of impulse buying, I think.
Yeah.
Is impulse buying necessarily bad?
I think that it can get bad.
Yeah.
How that happens too. So when we get these really good deals, you know, it gets really exciting, and that actually sends like dopamine into our brain when we hit a good deal.
Yes.
Dopamine, that's the chemical that makes us feel happy. It brings us pleasure. So then we start correlating pleasure to buying, and that's the thing that brings us joy in our lives. And then the stores, obviously, they start to tell you this is a limited time offer, buy now.
Yeah.
And then we feel like we need to buy. We get joyful out of that, and it becomes an addictive behavior.
I was just going to say, this sounds very much like an addiction,
Yes.
like a drug addiction.
Yeah.
And so when you think about it in that sense, it's like, okay, all these marketers out there are preying on people that have these addictive personalities, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we
It's
oftentimes see in the fields that people who have struggled with substance abuse addiction can like transfer their addiction into other addictive behaviors, shopping being one of them. Yeah.
That's atrocious. It's very, I mean, it makes perfect sense, though, at the same time. Christmas morning in our house was not complete until you opened up your gift, and then my mom would tell the story of how she purchased the gift. It was never that you just got a video game. There was always a story behind it, because it couldn't just be she bought it at the store. There had to have been a deal. There had to have been that.
Right.
And so as you're explaining all this, I feel like that's what she was experiencing, was the dopamine of the hunt.
Yeah.
She enjoyed
getting it, and then she wanted to tell us all about it.
Right.
Like, I would say you could have made Christmas morning cut in half in our house if we just didn't tell everyone how we purchased the gift.
That is interesting. I don't know that I necessarily want to know about the deal. Like, if you're getting me a diamond ring, like, oh, I got that on a great sale. It was like, oh, so cheap. Like, I don't want to know that. Please don't tell me.
I bought it double price.
Oh, yeah. It was double. Yeah.
It was double price. That's how much it meant to me.
Slaved away for
Well,
that
then,
money.
and then once you hit one deal, you got to hit the next one. And those stores will keep sending you emails. They, you know, you get subscribed to their emails, you start following their accounts, and you just start getting hit with everything.
I mean, we love a deal. Who doesn't love like a BOGO? We love a deal, but then later it becomes a problem, because then deal after deal after deal is really not a deal. And then you go into debt, and that's when...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely some warning signs to look out for are, you know, I can't pay my bills. My relationships are starting to get affected. If we are hiding our spending from other people, if we feel out of control, which again, once we start hitting those deals, we can start to feel out of control.
Yes.
Yeah, they take a hold of us. And then, you know, there's a lot of shame and guilt that come after, especially, you know, we hit that instant gratification, that like immediate good feeling when we get a good deal. And then the next day we look at our bank account and we're like, oh, no, I did not mean to do that. But by that time, it's like it's already on the way.
And it's a good point, because, I mean, when we talk about marriages, one of the constant things of marriages of conflict is money and hiding expenses and those things. I mean, that's one of the main causes of divorce. So if shopping is leading to that, think about what you're doing to your marriage. Think about what you're doing with that and try to bring it in. And just being honest with your partner, I think, is always really important. That can kind of set everything up.
Absolutely. And another big thing to do is just like slow down.
Okay.
We don't need to make a decision right away. Same thing, like when you're thinking about texting an ex, take 10 minutes first before you send that text.
Great advice. Yes.
Yeah, with like big purchases, I say wait like 24 hours. Maybe check in with somebody.
Okay.
Do I need this? And then you can kind of come back and see if that's something that you actually need or if it was just an impulse buy.
I will say that helps me. Do you ever just look on Amazon, for example, and add stuff to your cart and then just leave it in your cart?
Yes.
Then sometimes I come back and I'm like, well, I don't need to buy it now.
Yep. Yeah.
So that is
one good way of dealing with it, I think, is adding it to your cart and giving it
a
some
store
time.
that is really, really good, not to name drop any store here, but really good at making you feel good about the deals you're getting, I think, is Kohl's. They do great deals there.
Shout out.
A little shout out to Kohl's.
You get the
and
cash.
I got in trouble with my wife recently in a fun way because I bought a new dress shirt there. I don't do that very often. And it was full priced.
Yes.
It was essentially the same price as the other dress shirts, but it wasn't on a deal. And I brought it home and she saw the receipt and she started laughing at me and was just like, who buys something full price at Kohl's? Everything's at like 99% of the items in the store are on some sort of a deal.
But they do have those limitations to the deal, which my one gripe, sorry Kohl's, but just to keep it fair and balanced. My one gripe about Kohl's, if you take something to the register, you think, oh, they have so many great sales here. It's like, well, not for this. Well, this is 50% off, but not this one brand.
So if we're going to bring up a business on this show, just be prepared that we're going to say something really positive about it.
I still love you, and I still go all the time.
And then we're going to bring some fair coverage there, too.
Yeah, well, that's nuance, and that is a good way.
Thank you, Kara.
Yes,
Thank
that is
you.
a good way of figuring out how to spend.
No wonder you're a
figuring
therapist.
Kohl's
out
is
how to
so supportive.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes,
Kohl's is a big
you're both doing
sponsor,
great.
right? Of you guys? Kohl's big sponsor? Yeah.
Of a hospital?
Yeah.
A psychiatric hospital?
Yes, yeah.
He's like, no.
No. Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much for talking
you
about
guys.
this
We
with us. This
appreciate
was
you
very
for
Of
fun.
course. Thanks so much.
And we've got other holiday things to talk about. So we're gonna let you. Why don't we do this? The front nine. Let's talk about the front nine.
Wait, I got it. Hold on. On my sheet, my agenda.
Stop the presses.
My agenda for this rundown. It says straight no chaser. Now, Steve, that could be many things.
Yeah.
That could be a drinking game. That could be an a cappella group out of Indiana University, which I thought of as soon as I saw it. Do you know about them?
Do you know Straight No Chaser?
Yes. Is that what we're talking about?
I played golf on the front nine with Straight No Chaser.
Stop it right now.
Yes.
You're joking me.
No, this was the guest on the front nine this week.
No.
Yes.
I've been listening to them since
Here they are. This
high
is
school.
Jerome and Mike. Jerome, one of the original members. Mike's a newer member, but he's been with them for like 20 years now or something like that. So they're big. They're big. Actually, they were on Good Morning America on Saturday performing.
Dude,
with their
I
new
knew them
song.
way back when they were not big.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got their start. The fun story with them is they did a rendition of 12 Days of Christmas.
yes.
And
It's so good.
Early days of the internet, went viral on YouTube, 20 million views.
Yes.
And they got a record deal out of the whole thing.
I love
And
it.
they've been touring ever since. So I actually, one of my good friends represents artists in the industry and became friends with them through this time. So I reached out to her when I found out Straight No Chaser was going to be in town. They were in town 2 weeks ago.
What were they here for?
They performed at the Akita Theater in Mesa.
Oh, they had a show. That's
and
cool.
so we played nearby at Mesa Country Club. And I asked them, because there's, I think, 9 members. It's like, how many of you guys play golf? And however many you guys play golf, we're going to do it. So these are the 2 guys that showed up to play golf.
This is my
me.
favorite one you've done so far. I already know it. I haven't seen it, but I can say that because that is so cool.
They came up with a theme song for the front nine, too.
Of course
which was
they
very
did.
Fun.
Of course.
And I had them, of course, sing a little bit of public domain song. No, couldn't do Africa.
Oh, man.
That's not in the public
Why?
domain. We don't have the rights to Africa. No, you stop. We're going to get cut off.
I know this song.
Dave's already talking to lawyers right now, I can tell. So we sang, what did we sing? Jingle Bells.
Okay, that's public domain.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And then Deck the Halls.
Of course. Okay.
Which was very fun, and they forgot the lyrics to Deck the Halls halfway through.
That's
Won't
hilarious.
spoil the ending to that, but that was a very good time.
I can't believe I never in my wildest dreams did I think you were going to say, "Yep, it's the a cappella group."
Straight No Chaser.
I cannot believe that.
They were fantastic. It was so cool to meet them. Very just down to earth, great guys. And just they just sing a lot. You can just tell that's a part of their
They got their start
identity.
as an a cappella group at this university in Indiana.
Yeah.
And they kind of did they win some competition? I can't remember how they initially launched.
It was in the 90s, and there was like a men's choir.
Yeah.
And they were getting bored with what the men's choir was doing.
Okay.
So a few of them split off and created this, like, let's be funny with a cappella. And they started just kind of performing on campus. They started selling out all these different events. They didn't realize it. And then they didn't have a name yet. They performed in this they explained this in the episode. You can see it.
Sorry.
They performed in this 24-hour song thing for a local hospital to raise money for them. So they performed at 4 a.m. And it was their first sort of professional gig. And they asked, "What's your name?" And one of the guys just blurted out, "Straight No Chaser."
Ah, that's how it. Wow.
That was how it happened, because it was the idea of, music without accompaniment.
Yes.
And that was
Brilliant.
the whole thing. Yeah.
So you were a fan before. So
I am a fan of Straight No Chaser.
You're a fan
yes.
of that. Okay, so when you saw
Absolutely.
they were coming to town, you thought, "Ooh, this would be good." For...
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I had a personal connection with them, so I reached out. They're a friend of a friend of a friend, so I went all in on that.
That is so
and,
cool. I mean, I grew up singing, and so that's why I'm into the a cappella space. Like, I love it. I was in an a cappella group in college.
I didn't know this.
Yes. So that's why I am into. I did not. Again, I'm learning so much about you, Steve. I did not know.
And check out Straight No Chaser. If you don't know their stuff,
good.
they're definitely good. This is the perfect time of year for them. They're very much a Christmas band.
Yeah.
At the same time, they've just put out a couple of new albums that are good, like summer jams too, that they were having fun with. Yacht Rock, that's what they're going with.
Look up their cover of Africa.
Very good.
It's really good. You're gonna love it.
And then the 12 Days of
12
Christmas,
Days of
what
Christmas.
launched them it's just so well done. And anytime you can see them, they're here all the time. They've done a New Year's Eve show here for years, not this year, but they might be doing it again next year. So stay tuned.
All right, the Front Nine, check it out.
We'll see you